Hello, today I am extremely excited to do a very special interview with three of the youngest, most successful entrepreneurs in my company. Many young people today are becoming entrepreneurs because of social media, because there's a lot more opportunities in the world. I believe that finding the right examples for them to follow is extremely important. So today, I've been looking for this interview for a long time. Before I get into the interview, I want to spend a few moments to introduce this three leaders that have been working with me very closely for the last 24 months. And we have Aggie Wu here. We have Bill Hong. And we have Lu Wang. These three leaders have been mentored by me directly. One thing about them is that they're extremely hardworking, extremely coachable, and most importantly, I feel that young people like them, they give a lot of hope to a lot of future young entrepreneurs who want to be entrepreneurs. And you all have made over multiple six figures in my company for the last many years, ranging from $400,000 a year to close to $700,000 a year. That's magnificent, guys. That's the top 1% earner in America. And you guys at your mid-20s, all right? And I know there's a lot of things you can learn from our company in our business, but today is so exciting for me to talk to you heart to heart and having this kind of conversation, because I think your messages, I think your feedbacks, I think your success stories can inspire so many more people out there. All right, so with that, let me get right into it. I call you guys the Young Hustlers. The name of the show is called the Young Hustlers. It's because when I look at all three of you, it just reminded me when I was at my early 20s. I started at the age 20 years old. I got my insurance license 21 years old. Blink of an eye is 20 years later in my business. So I look at people like you, it just simply reminded me many years ago, except today, to me have so much more opportunities than where I came from many years ago. The technology is much better. The products out there are much better. And of course, the platform of social media to promote your brand, to promote who you are, to promote your company is much bigger. So to me today, for young entrepreneurs like you guys to succeed faster than ever before is a lot likely than when I started the business 20 years ago. So let's get right into it. So just talk about who you are before you join our company. So let's start with Aggie.
My name is Aggie Wu. Before I joined the company, I'm Chinese, as you can see. I'm from China, Canton. I speak Cantonese. At the first beginning, when I came to America a couple of years ago, it's about studying and learning knowledge in the United States. And my parents, they want me to go back to China after I finished my school. But I decided to stay here. Of course, I saw the opportunity in America, and I want to achieve something that I don't think I can achieve in China. And I'm young, but I have a son. He's almost 6 years old right now. So I'm a single mom.
What's his name?
His name's Jaden Wu.
Okay, Jaden.
Yeah. So before I even on this industry, besides going to school, I was a party girl. And I like going to clubbing, drinking, have fun. I love the luxury lifestyle, but I haven't earned it yet back then. I enjoy having nice dinner, shopping around, traveling around, but I spending my parents' money. Yeah, I never make a dime before. This is my first career.
That's normal for young people to make a dime, right? It's normal. Okay.
Yeah, and this is my first career. First opportunity. So that was me before.
Okay. Bill?
My name is Bill. I came from Beijing, China. Came to the US when I was 20 years old. I used to study in Academy of Art University. My major was interior design. At that time, my mom is doing real estate. My mom was the VP for Summit 21, and I live with my mom. Every day I drive my mom's Benz to go to school every day. I still remember that day. And my mom is very wealthy before joining this company, but she doesn't want me to to enjoy that lifestyle. She wanted me to experience the hardship. She wanted me to start from scratch. She wanted me to become a self-made millionaire, just like herself. So my mom introduced me to this company around 4 years ago because she met you, the chairman of this company, and she just wanted to be just like this successful young guy, Jack Wu. And that's the reason my mom brought me to this company. At that time, my mom kicked me out from the house. I ran by myself in San Francisco. I live in the basement in San Francisco. My rent is $1,000 per month, and my first car in USA was $6,000. That's how I started my American journey, and that's how I started this business.
Awesome. Lou?
My name is Lu Wang. I came to the United States when I was in high school. I went to a girl high school, and then I graduated from NYU, and I worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers for about 3 years, management consulting. I think I was a person always willing to working hard and always willing to challenging myself, becoming better and better person. However, I was also a person who didn't know what I really wanted. I know that I want to become better, but I don't really know what I really want. I don't have an extreme passion I want to chase for. And even now, at this point, I think I'm still discovering myself every day throughout the whole journey. But I can feel that I'm getting closer and closer to realizing who I really want to be, what kind of life I want to have, becoming a real woman who knows what she really wants. And this is the part I like about being in the company.
Awesome. Now, obviously, you guys' achievement is not by luck. I truly believe in that. In business, in the business world, you know, luck do play part of it because the people you meet, the timing of doing certain things, and but I don't believe in luck just by waiting for things to happen. And all three of you are the epitome of hard work, resilience, and also, you know, coachability. In my company, you guys already achieved to do what I call the top 1% in terms of performance in my company. Okay, and a lot of people want to show up whenever they feel like showing up. They only hustle whenever they feel happy. But to stay at the top 1%, here's what I want to share with you. You guys are already 1%, but to stay at the 1%, you have to continue to work hard and hustle when you are not winning yet. You gotta, if you want to stay at the top 1%, you gotta be willing to show up when you just don't feel like showing up, because at the end, what is challenging about the business we are in today is, number one, you're dealing with a lot of people, your customers, your teammates, your leaders, but the most important person that you have to deal with is yourself. I've been doing this business for 20 years, and I found out years later, the hardest thing to deal with is not about other people. The hardest thing to deal with is emotion mastery. The most successful people in any industry, they know how to control the emotion. And I believe in the next few years is where I am going to be able to teach you. I think you guys all have done an amazing job in terms of selling the product, in terms of running your organization. You have a lot to learn, of course, and I will continue to be there to mentor you. But I think the next 2 to 3 years, my goal as your mentor and as your friend is to elevate your thinking. That's all it is. So let me get right into my, Q&A, some questions for you guys, and just talk to you from, from a standpoint of a mentor to a student. So I'm gonna start off with, Aggie. One of the things about you is you're consistently extremely great on selling our products, and you have a lot of clients. And last year you were actually the #1 personal producer in our company in paid business. So would you mind to kind of share with the audience today is, what is your marketing strategy? Where do you get all these clients at your age? Because most of the people that I knew before was young and broke. So let's get right into it.
I want to share, for me to look for clients or teammates in 3 ways. of course, we all have our warm market. Because I love the product myself. I love it. I personally have the product and I share it with all my warm markets, my friends.
Okay.
That's how I was at the first beginning I started. I don't care about if other people they like it or not, because I love it.
Sure.
So I share it with my warm market. And of course, the company system is so great. All their sales, I would say 90% is coming from the system, the company system. We have a great structure. And of course, by referrals, once I share it to other people, my friends or whoever, and they understand the product and they will get me referrals. From referrals, I use social media to share our stories, our products, our crusade that can attract a lot more people that I don't know. There are lots of people coming from Facebook, WeChat, kind of social media platform, and are like contacting me about our company and about our product.
Right.
Of course, because of your video, your Success Edge, the JW Movement. I watch it every single videos from you, and I share it, and people actually contacting me about who is your chairman, who is your mentor. I want to learn about your crusade. I want to meet you in person. So that attracts a lot more co-markets. One thing, people always ask me how I do it or how. They never ask me why I do it. The reason is not about how. When I'm new in this industry, I don't have any, serious job experience. So all I can do is go through a lot of numbers. But what drives me to talk to other people, besides the product, besides the crusade, is because I want to set a role model to my son that he can follow when he grow up. Because I'm a single mom, right? He has to find somebody that he look up to and want to become that person. I want to become that person, and so that's why. This is my why. If today, every day I get 100 rejections, I still will do it because of my son.
Good.
Yeah.
Great answers. In the world of sales, you always have only three markets, right? The people you know, the people your people know, and the people you don't know. So you answered extremely well how you using different strategies to attract different people. But I think what is so amazing about what you just said was the why is always stronger than the how. If you understand the why, you always can learn the how, right? And Bill, Bill, you obviously is another extremely successful young leader in a company. And even though our company is composed of maybe 70% of top females in our companies, like Lou and Aggie, but you also show that males like me, I'm a male as well, can rise up and become one of those young dominant male leader in our company, and I'm extremely proud of that. But you've been working with me for the last 3 years. I know you've been here for about 4.5 years. Would you mind to share with the audience today if there's a mistake or maybe mistakes that you personally have encountered, and what are some of the mistakes that others should avoid? Would you mind to share with the audience?
I joined a business around 4 years. Along the way, I've been making a lot of mistakes. But one mistake I wanna say this is very important. I treating everybody equally. I treating everybody the same. Because I graduated from school, I was studying school, right? We always hung with friends together. We go out together, eat together. But in the business, at the beginning, I treat everybody the equal. That's my biggest mistake. Because at the beginning, I feel running a team, running a business is just like you manage a farm. No matter it's all the sheep or they are the horse, right? You're feeding everyone the same thing, the same food. But along the way, during the business, I figured out the business was not like a farm. Actually, it's like a zoo. You got different kinds of animals, right? Because people, they're from all walks of life. They have a different background. They have a different education level. They have a different experience. You have some tiger in your team, they have ego. You have some pig in your team, they are lazy. You have some fox in your team, they like to gossip. treating different, you need to use the different way. Especially treating your number one guy and number fifth guy, you cannot use the same way. At the beginning, I made my mistake. I treating everybody the same. I feeding everybody the same. I feeding the tiger, the elephant the same food, right? Now I learned the business was not like a farm. It is a zoo. So you need to know how to handle different people, how to feed the right food to the right people. That's my biggest mistake I want to share with the new entrepreneurs.
Right. Hey, creative answer, but hey, there's a different way of thinking, and you're absolutely right. If you want to be successful and become the top player in the industry, you got to learn when to treat people different, you know? And I think the top players in your company, you got to put more recognitions, more special attention, while you still have to treat everybody fairly. And that's the difficult part. It's easy to say, but as a leader, sometimes it's not easy to do. Because at the end, your people will dislike you, whether you're leaning to this side or that side, because they will feel, well, you're being unfair, you're being fair. I've been through 20 years, and at the beginning it really bothers me. I said, why do they feel like that? Why are they so sensitive? But at the end, I realized that's how human beings are. But you got to make that call. I mean, today, if you vote for Donald Trump, the people who support Hillary will hate you. If today you vote for Hillary, then you know the Donald Trump supporters will hate you. You can't make everybody like you. That's what I'm trying to back up by what you just said. But that's why it's so tough to be a leader, because you're gonna have the other portion of people who doesn't understand you. But here's the bottom line I want to say is, as long as you know you're doing the right thing, it has the best interest in other people, the best interest, then I think at the end of the evening you can sleep very well. And that's what I've been doing for the last many years. Okay, Lou, you graduated from NYU. Your background, your path was not supposed to be an entrepreneur, but now you are an entrepreneur, and you're going to continue to learn how to become a successful entrepreneur. What is one of the most favorite aspects of being an entrepreneur from an individual like you who's not supposed to be an entrepreneur initially? Would you mind to share with everybody?
Freedom. Freedom is the aspect I love the most. The freedom to choose the life I want, the financial freedom as well as the time freedom, so that I get to have the financial foundation as well as the time freedom to choose a life I want instead of being chosen by the life. And this is the aspect I love the most.
Right. So we know a lot of people in the world today make a lot of money, but they just stuck to a business because they're a one-man show. I know a lot of friends who are successful. They're making $300,000, $500,000, even some of them making $1 million a year. But they don't have any time freedom because they don't own the business owns them. So I agree with you totally. Time freedom is what most people want. Your money is one thing. Money, we all need money. But if you have a lot of money, don't have time, to me that's not a great business opportunity. But today you have a lot of time, but you're not making money, then eventually you have to go back to work. So I think having the financial freedom plus time freedom together is what I believe a true definition of free means. Now it's just not money free, it's money plus time free. Let me get right back to Aggie. You know, being an entrepreneur definitely is not easy. There's no such thing called overnight success. I see a lot of people give up as they building their business. So what one piece of advice would you give it to some struggling entrepreneur? They're struggling, they're trying hard, but they're still not there yet.
You know, at first beginning, I really want you to mentor me, as you know already. But the first 2 years, you just say hi and bye to me. And you actually took me under your wing last year in 2016. I waited 2 years. For those people struggling, and my advice is like, you work even harder. You hustle more. The luck will come eventually. So I didn't wait it. I worked hard, even harder, to show you the numbers, to catch your attention, do everything in the right way, whatever you ask me to do, I show you how dedicated I am, how loyal I am. Eventually the luck comes, right? If you or whoever give up easily, they're out of the game already. If you hang there long enough, you're still in the game, you still have the chance to win.
Mm,
I always believe that there's one day I can, achieve the level I want. As long as I still in the game.
Right.
If I give up today, I'll give up today, no chance. That's zero. So hanging there long enough, work even harder. That's
Absolutely.
the one.
But the problem for a lot of people is they say being patient, hanging there, but they're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Successful people, they multiply. They don't use addition. But they work extremely hard until their effort, until their company multiply. So yes, absolutely, man. The minute you give up, the chance becomes zero. And sometimes I personally feel, as a mentor, I share with you guys all the time. I am so super excited about young people like you today because your achievement, your success today compared to people where we came from, it took us a long time. It took me like literally 15, 20 years to get to where I am today. But I look at guys like you in a matter of 3 years, 4 years, and you already achieved the stuff that I achieved in my first 8 or 9 years. And that's a great thing. I'm impressed by it and I'm all for it. But it's also very dangerous. Very dangerous because you haven't been through the bottom down here. You haven't been through enough people who turn their back against you. You haven't been through enough incidents that your mind will eventually become stronger because you didn't get killed out. So I am super excited about your achievement, but at the same time, I'm always constantly reminding you what you guys have today is extremely, extremely blessed. To have the moment, have this kind of platform opportunity to make the money you guys today. But don't mistake your success today as entitlement. Don't let your success to become ego. Let your success become gratitude. Wow, I'm making this kind of money today is because I have a lot of great people around me. See, if you do that, then I feel that you can elevate to a whole new level in another 12 months, 24 months, even harder. I believe great mentors are not someone who just always being nice to you and always telling the thing that you want to hear and make you feel good every day. Yes, I'm a very tough individual, but I have care for you. At the end, I have love for every single one of you. So I want you to succeed. A multi-millionaire mentor like me is not looking for money anymore. I can retire today. Just want you to know. I can retire today. I can just, I can do other things. But you know why I continue to do what I do? Because when I look at your faces, it's a sense of obligation and responsibility, if you put it as straightforward as it can be. So I hope you always remember what I shared with you today, because at the end, I won't be with you guys forever. Bill, Lou, Aggie, who knows? 5 years down the road, I might not be right next to you anymore. My health can change. Certain things can change. But as long as I'm still here, I want you to know that I have your best interest. Okay. Bill, you have grown tremendously, and your organization is really growing exponentially. Making close to I think this year you have a good chance of cracking over $1 million. Mm-hmm. Can you describe to everybody here how do you feel about your current state of your business right now?
When I joined the PFA at the beginning, I didn't expect much. I was living in the basement. Every day when I go back home, I need to turn on my heater first. Yeah. Then I need to turn the light. And in the first 30 minutes, after I enter the room, I cannot take my outside clothes because it was really cold. I need to light the room to warm up. Then I take on my coat. So when I joined the PFA, I didn't expect much. I think if 1 month I can close one cell, that's 1,650, right? That's enough. That's all I want. I can move to a better place. I'm my first license year in PFA. I made my dream come true. I was young, 25 years old. I bought my dream car, Audi R8. Besides all the personal achievement, I want to say for the past 3 years, I can produce 4 managers under my team. And for last year, 2016, my 4 managers, their annual income adding together is over $1 million net income. That thing make me more happy than my own achievement. And my whole team produced over 3.4 million paid bills last year. It's equal to 11% of the whole company revenue. That's make me more happy. But besides all the happy thing, I feel so bad at the same time. I feel bad because there are more people outside this company, this business. They don't have the opportunity like us. They can speak perfect English than me. They speak better English than me because I'm a new immigrant. I came to this country for 8 years. They have good looking than me. They look good than me, but they still work for 9 to 5 job. They don't believe they can achieve certain status when they were young, like our age. This thing make me not happy. I feel bad. So I'm going to keep share this opportunity, this crusade with more people. Eventually, I want to help more people to get their dream come true, to have the financial freedom while they're still young.
One of the things that I teach all of you is constantly adding value to your business. You know, I feel that when people stay with you, it's because you're constantly adding value. The day you're no longer adding value to other people's life, to other people's business, that's the day that some of you people will get lazy and eventually leave you. So I have so many people working with me today and still follow me, you know, blessed by that one. It's because I'm constantly adding value in their life, whether it's giving you advice personally, or maybe teaching you strategy, or maybe sometime right here you messed up, right here, it's all right here. And I'm able to come in and just like unlock that messed up brain, right? Those are value. Value is not just about money. Value is about combinations of different things, of helping them to think differently, using different strategy, giving different advices so they can use it and apply it. And ultimately, money is the last thing. They will make a lot of money, right? So how do you add value to your business? Lou, obviously, you know, you are one of the very, in my opinion, very speed rising leader in a company that you are doing some amazing thing. Your organization right now is ranked, you know, the last 2 months as #1 on a lot of things now. What do you do to add value to your organization?
I think first, always leading in front. No matter you feel about it or you don't feel about it, you have to always lead in front. This is also one thing I learned the most from our company, the difference between management and leadership. Management is about you tell people what to do. But leadership is about you do it first. And then other people see it. You're inspired by your actions first. Other people see it and they follow you. I don't tell my people to like do this, do that. I do it first and take a picture to show them, and then say, oh wow, even at this late, you're still working hard, then I better do something.
Yes.
And then second thing, adding value, I think, very important is about really spending time with your potential key leaders and your key leaders and giving them what they want, not giving them what you want. Because different people motivated by different things. Some people motivated by recognition, some by maybe just heart-to-heart talk. You need to give those people what actually motivates them, and really get to know them, what's their why, and helping them to achieve their why. And then the third part about adding value, and I actually learned this part the most from my mentors, you, Lan, and my mom, is about building a culture of love, of gratitude. And this is also the hardest part, because people can be very, very nice, but then can be completely different when it comes to money. So this is also the most challenging part to building the right culture based on a culture of gratitude, a culture of bigger heart. And I'm still learning about that and trying to be better on that. And that's also the part I think we added the value to our team, to our company.
Right. And one thing I agree with you on is this: you can do 9 things right as a leader, but when you do one thing is semi not right, your people will hate you for it. And I've been through it for 20 years, man. One thing about me is that I'm constantly changing myself as well, making adjustment. You know, if you want to become the top 1% leader in the industry, you got to constantly ask yourself, what can I improve? What can I improve? What can I do better this year than last year? So I'm gonna go back to Aggie now. Is you know, if there's one thing you can improve on after 3 years being with our company today, about 3 years now, close to 3 years, what would be that one thing you want to improve on?
Um, I would say being more patient on the bigger things. You always constantly reminding me,
Yes.
be patient on the big things. But I'm those kind of person like, I want it now. I have to do it. I don't, even though I told you something, I will achieve this one,
Right.
and you said, not ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
I still think like, I can do it.
You look at me, so you try to understand, but you really don't understand. I know all 3 years. Yeah, Jack. Yeah. I get it. I know. But I'm very patient with you guys, though. I am.
Yeah.
I know one day all of you will get it. It could be 5 years, it could be 6 years, but I know you'll get it one day.
And the more that I'm not patient,
Yes.
then I found out that I'm not humble enough because I want things fast, and I never experienced other jobs, so I don't know what's going on outside the company.
Mm.
So when I'm talking about being patient, I also want to talk about being humble.
Mm.
When you always talk about humble yourself down, I feel like I'm already humble.
It's not how you feel. It's
Yes.
how other people feel about
And
you.
you always tell me one thing that it's always in my head right now. It's not about what you say. It's about how you say it, and it's about how other people feel you.
What most young entrepreneurs don't understand is that anything that's big needs time and needs a lot of sacrifice. I didn't become a chairman the first 10 years. Did I cry about it? No. I became a chairman of this company after 14 years of hustle. But I'm so glad that I became a chairman after 14 years instead of the first 5 years. I wouldn't know what to do if I became the first 5 years. Yeah, you can give me a chairman title. But if you call me today and say, Jack, I have some issue now, and I don't know how to answer that, then nothing matters. So, small thing, be aggressive. You gotta make money, you gotta save money, you gotta build your business, you gotta recruit, all that, be aggressive. But whatever the bigger thing is, nature will play its courses when you are emotionally balanced. Right? I'm extremely emotionally balanced. That's why when I become a chairman, it's like I'm very balanced. You say good thing about me, I can handle it very, very, very lightly. I won't get a big head because everybody, oh, how great are you? But when people say negative thing about me, I'm also very balanced. Because if you get to that level, that's how you're gonna run a company. All of you are running a company right now. It's a smaller company than me, but you're running a company. If you get angry, upset, boom, 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 so easily, trust me, you will never be able to run a company in the long haul. Bill, have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur when you were a little young kid? Because your mother, Lan Zhang, is a super lady. I just did an interview with her. But tell us a little bit about when you were little. Were you always expecting one day maybe you want to be like your mom or not? Or why not?
Yeah, when I was young,
Yeah.
I always think I can become a businessman. I don't know why. Maybe because my mom and my dad, they're all businessmen and businesswomen, right? So I always want to be a businessman, but I don't know how. Until I found this business. I want to say the most importantly is about how can you become entrepreneur? How can you become a businessman? Like our age, I think the most important word, if I can use one word, it's called sacrifice. This is very important. I joined this business 4 years ago. For the past 4 years, I've never been to any Christmas party or Halloween party. I use all my time in this business. I all in. That's how I do my business. For a lot of people like our age, I feel they are so, they are so selfish. They only think about themselves. I'm happy. I'm a 9-to-5 job. I can pay my rent. I can pay my car. I'm so happy. But they never think about their family, their parents. In my opinion, you wanna be a younger entrepreneur. Never think about yourself. Don't be so selfish. Think about your parents. Your parents are getting old. Like our age, our parents is over 50 years already, right? Don't think I can make 5,000 a month, I can make 3,000 a month, I'm okay. You're never okay. Think about your parents, they're getting old. You need to think how to retire them early. You need to work harder in case for retire your parents early, and you can become a very successful entrepreneur when you're still young.
So Lou, what if you have to describe one strength about you, because everybody's different. We all have weaknesses. no doubt about it. We want to improve on all those, including myself for years now. But we all have one strength or two strengths that make us different than other people, that help us to elevate to the top 5%, the top 10%, the top 1% in our business. If you had to say one strength about you, what would that be?
I would say my inner strength. Not tough, but about my ability to recover very fast. And this, I think, coming from, I'm a very, very firm person. I can fall down here, everybody laugh at me, and I can feel it's okay, nothing. And it's okay, everybody fell, and I will haha about it. Because I don't compete with other people. I'm always a person competing myself.
I like that one.
The drive for me, no matter it's in this company or when I was in school, the drive is about I want to be a better person.
So I love what you just said. And let me get back to Aggie here. Is that you've been with our company for 2.5, close to 3 years now. In the last 2.5 years, how has your life changed through our opportunity?
Wow, it changed dramatically. I was still a party girl. Cannot even wake up in the afternoon. So there's a statement I always say that success is a habit. My habit back then, going to school and plus waking up in the afternoon, not really knowing what was I doing back then. Through these 3 years, I learned a lot. At the first beginning, and because of I met Bill, and because of him, I got picked by Lon. She was my first mentor. She's my first mentor who gave me a chance. And you mentor me. Thank you for that. Your mentorship is just like always elevate my thinking.
I'm tough though. I'm tough on you all the time though.
Thank you for your toughness.
There's numerous times you were crying on the phone. But I was very tough on you. But at the end, I want you to become the best in your game. Because I always know one thing: I am not going to be around you forever. Just trust me when I say that. I am not. Let's get back to Bill with a last question for Bill is, do you suggest people to become an entrepreneur? Why or why not? Because the role of entrepreneurship is not for everybody. We all know that now. So what is your suggestion for people out there? Should they be an entrepreneur?
Of course.
Should they not be, and why?
Yeah, my answer is why. Why not, right? Because if you try, you have 50% chance to win, right? If you don't try, you have 0%. When I started business, I just give a try. I remember that time I was 24 years old. I just give myself 1 year. If I make it, I make it. If I can't make it, I go back to school. I still study my interior design. But before you join a business, before you become entrepreneur, you need to always remember motivation will only get you started. Habit will keep you going. Anything's a habit. Drinking water is a habit. Exercise is a habit, right? So set up some great habit before you decided to become entrepreneur. But timing was never right. Don't wait for the perfect timing. When I joined a business, that was not the perfect timing. I was still at school, my 3rd year in college, right? So timing was never right. But just give it a try. And after becoming an entrepreneur, I want to say, I watched a movie called Spider-Man. I remember there's a sentence in that Spider-Man called "Great power comes with the great responsibility." After becoming an entrepreneur, you need to take responsibility. You become higher level, more responsibility. Last year, around April 2016, I went back to China. I got something that happened to myself. At that time, I almost quit this business. Even I'm doing great in this business, I almost quit this business. At that time, the one thing kept me left at that moment it's not about my mom. It's not about the only one thing keep me left in this business is about I have one team member. She's the mom of 2, and we used to study in adult school in San Mateo, and she's like my very first friends in America. She trusted in me, then she joined in PFA. At that moment, I feel if I quit this PFA, she cannot make her dream come true without me, because I'm going to help her, and she's not there yet. So at that moment, I feel a lot of responsibility for her and for my other team members, and that keep me stay in this business.
Appreciate that answer. I think the biggest strength that a human being can get from is not necessarily from yourself. It's from other people. If today you see somebody's drowning, human reaction is that you want to help and save that person, isn't it right? Every time when you talk about quitting, when you don't make money, people want to quit. When you make good money, until today I still want to quit. But every time when a human being, when a business entrepreneur wants to quit, I believe the best way to rebound back and continue moving forward is to think about the people who's counting on you. I think that works every time for me, as well as what happened to you. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it so much on that question and answer over there. And lastly, but not least, the last question I have, Lou, is that, I think self-awareness is extremely important in business. When I say self-awareness, it means that you got to know what you're great at and what you're not great at. So if there's one strength, one thing that is good about you that separates you than the rest, what would that one attribute, that one's greatest asset for Lu Wang?
I think one thing about me is I love the game. I love the challenges, the strugglings, but of course not physical. If someone brought me physical,
Sure.
I don't love it. But I love challenges, and I think I have a talent in knowing people who they really are. And of course I have a lot to develop, but I think I might have a talent on that aspect. So in our company, there's a lot of dealing with people, dealing with problems, and through that, through all of the rejections, all of the strugglings, you actually become a better person. I'm very, very grateful to have mentor you, my mentor Lan Zhang, and my mom, because if not for you, I wouldn't be able to get back to the game faster. I wouldn't be able to become stronger and stronger like I am today. What I learned from all three of you the most is positive thinking. It's about just the perspective. Oftentimes, we all encounter hardship, but oftentimes it's all boiled down to how you think.
That's it.
And
That's it.
Seriously.
That's it.
Yeah.
Seriously. Just like you, seriously.
Yeah.
Absolutely seriously. That's it. You got it's critical thinking. You got the thinking messed up, your whole path will go this way.
Yeah.
Your stories, all three of your stories, can inspire all the young generations that's coming, because the future definitely belongs to the young generations. It's an honor to be your mentor. It's an honor to be your friend. It's an honor to be your chairman. And I'm looking forward to a much, much brighter future in years to come. So I appreciate your trust every single time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.